We continue getting reaction to former President Jacob Zuma spending his first night in jail after handing himself over ahead of that midnight deadline that was set. The former president's imprisonment follows a lengthy legal battle to avoid the Constitutional Court's incarceration order. But of course, that prison sentence has started. 15 months in jail for contempt is what the former president has been sentenced to. We are joined now by IFP President Mr. Velenkosini Hlabisa for the IFP's reaction to these developments. Mr. Hlabisa, thanks for your time. Welcome to Morning Live.
Good morning, as well as to all viewers of SABC Morning Live on this Saturday in our country.
So please speak to us in terms of just that reaction from the IFP in terms of the latest developments where a former president of this country has now been sent to prison.
Firstly, the IFP wants to welcome that eventually it has proven that the rule of law is supreme. Despite the whole drama leading to yesterday evening, it eventually resulted to the confirmation that we are all equal before the law, irrespective of the position we hold or we previously held in our society. Indeed, this should not have come to this far. Should Jacob Zuma complied with the order of the Constitutional Court, this could have been avoided. And it is a good lesson to all leaders and the public in general that the law should be respected at any time. If you have an issue, approach the court of law other than refusing to cooperate because it eventually ends as it has ended. But of course, we want to commend Jacob Zuma for taking a bold decision of agreeing to hand himself over before there was any violence or any loss of life, any blood shed before the rule of law is eventually implemented. On that score, we should say he demonstrated to be a leader. And if he did this earlier, in terms of cooperation and stating his facts, the country would not have been where it is today.
So just speaking to that very point, there is, of course, still concern about possible instability at a political and a social level as a result of the falling out from these latest developments. As the IFP, how do you view these developments?
The IFP wants to make a call to the people of KwaZulu-Natal, the people of South Africa, that let us be calm. There is law in our country which protects everyone, including the former state president, Jacob Zuma. Now that he has handed himself to the apparatus of law in our country, let us allow the process of justice to take its course. There is a decision that is awaited on Friday. There is a process again to unfold in the Constitutional Court on the 12th of this month. Let us allow law to reign supreme because we cannot afford as a country to be lawless because that will put in danger the life of everyone, all of those who are not satisfied about what has happened and the public in general. But the good thing, we are a country that has law, the law that does not have eyes, the law that makes all of us equal before it. And we are at the time where the pandemic is escalating at an alarming rate. We would want to request and call upon the supporters of Jacob Zuma, even if they want to express their dissatisfaction, can they be please mindful that we are now almost at the middle of the third pandemic? Let us protect ourselves, our families, and the people we interact with, even in towns, in cities, and wherever we go. Our behavior must be restrained and allow the rule of law. And I am confident that Jacob Zuma struggled for the dispensation in which we are as a country. And we must be confident that if you are not satisfied with what the judges have said, you always have options to appeal the decisions of the judiciary. And that is what we must be given a chance as from now.
Well, Mr. Hlabisa, we thank you so much for your time and, of course, that reaction from IFP President Velenkosini Hlabisa giving us their view on these latest developments around former President Jacob Zuma, who has, of course, been taken into custody, and he is currently at the Escort Correctional Services. And we will hear from the Minister of Correctional Services later on today regarding further details as to where the former president will be kept. Will it be that facility for the duration of his sentence, or whether he's likely to be moved, and also whether there may be a shortening of that sentence in any way, shape or form? Quite a few questions are still lingering, so the minister likely to address those at his press briefing at 12:30 this afternoon.